pick, the Detroit Pistons select Cade Cunningham from Oklahoma State.
Alright, Pistons fans, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about Troy Weaver, and we're going to be talking about the Motor City Cruise, our G League team. Troy Weaver, he decided to go to the game for the Cruise and decided to come in and give a quick little interview and gave a little bit of information as to what's going on right now with the Cruise. All of you should really appreciate this because it is rare that we ever hear from Troy Weaver. Actually, the last time we heard from him was, I think, the NBA draft, or right after we drafted Cade Cunningham. I believe that was the last time we heard from Troy. He's a very secretive guy, doesn't really speak too much in the media, doesn't like to give out too much information when it comes to this team. So, we should all as Pistons fans appreciate the few times that we do get to hear from him, because he comes in, he drops knowledge, and then he quickly leaves and goes back to making amazing moves for the Pistons. But I'm going to play that clip here in a second. But before we do, please make sure you guys like this video. Today's like goal is 100 likes. And subscribe to the channel if you are new. So I'm about to play the clip here right now, but do know that the audio is a little bit choppy, and it's not my fault. It's because of Bally Sports Detroit. Whoever does the setup over there, their audio crew did not do a good job with this. The audio is a little bit choppy, but you can still understand what Troy Weaver is saying. And without further ado, play the clip right now.
First off, what's been the biggest benefit for you think, having the Cruise right here, literally sharing the same facilities?
Wow. It's been a tremendous resource as we continue restoring the Pistons. But having this franchise here, the commitment from ownership to make this synergy, bring it, not only enable us to have a G League team, but to bring it here to Detroit, to be housed in the same building, tremendous for our growth. So we're excited to have not only the players and the coaches, but staff members alike, a chance to grow. And we're excited about what the Cruise is doing now, and how it's really helped us shape our program.
Troy, I've heard you say this a few times before in the past, that you might get it wrong with the players, but you very rarely get it wrong with the person. And since I've heard you say that, it's resonated with me. I love it. I actually love it. Tell me why that's important, especially at the G League level.
Well, it's extremely important as we restore, because a lot of people can go through tough times and building, and you need the right fabric as you're doing that. So just like with the Pistons, the Cruise, we wanted to make sure we had the right people in the building, players, coaches, staff members, all alike. But it's extremely important with the players, because the Cruisers have an outstanding season, and it's due to their culture. Yeah. And as we're trying to rebuild the Pistons.
All right, so Troy, he said a lot of things there, and the first thing that I'm going to get to is, I would say that Johnny Kane and Grant Long, the guys who were interviewing him, no offense to those two, I don't mean any disrespect by this, but I do wish that they asked better questions. These questions that they asked Troy was a little bit generic, in my personal opinion, but no disrespect to those guys. They do a good job when it comes to reporting and talking about the Pistons. But getting on to Troy Weaver, the first thing that he spoke about was, the G League. He said that it was a resource for the Pistons, and that it's a big deal to have this here in the city of Detroit, right by the Pistons arena, and how great the new facilities are. It's a big thing for our young talent pool down there, and I completely agree with that. Obviously, you have to think about guys like Saban Lee, Luka Garza, Isaiah Livers, Chris Smith. They're not going to be on the main roster. They're not really ready to play on the main roster for the most part. Saban Lee, I would say he can play on the main roster, but the other guys, Luka Garza, Isaiah Livers, and Chris Smith, they're flat out just not ready to be in the NBA right now. So having these amazing brand new facilities with the Motor City Cruise, it's really going to benefit our guys down there in the G League. And honestly, we probably have one of the best facilities right now out of all the teams in the G League, since it's so brand new, and since Tom Gores decided to invest so much money into it. So, with our guys down there, they have the best opportunity to grow. And then Grant Long, he said that Troy Weaver in the past spoke about him. He may get the player wrong, but he'll never get the person wrong. And that's something that I really do like and admire about Troy Weaver, because at the end of the day, when it comes to basketball, yes, it does matter what you do on the floor, but your mentality, it does matter. What you're doing off the court, are you gonna go out and party and travel and waste time? Or are you gonna be out there working hard in the gym when you aren't playing games in the NBA? Are you going to be acting a fool on social media, doing crazy things? Or are you going to be low-key, keeping to yourself? Mentality definitely matters when it comes to adding players on this team. And hey, that is one of the reasons why I don't want Ben Simmons on the Detroit Pistons. Ben Simmons is a drama queen who's being completely unreasonable right now in Philadelphia. I don't want that type of guy, that type of character here in Detroit. And I think about the guys that we have on our roster. Cade Cunningham, he is mature beyond his years. He will never pull a Ben Simmons type thing where it's going to be a whole drama situation and refuse to play. I don't ever see Cade doing something like that here in Detroit. And then thinking about the rest of our roster, honestly, we have no drama guys at this current point in time. You know, ever since we got rid of Blake Griffin, I just don't see any guys who have that ability to be like that in them. You know, for example, Rodney McGruder, the Pistons traded him away, and then we got him back because the trade was voided with the Bol situation. And McGruder, when he came back, he said he was happy to return. You know, there are a lot of guys, I'm sure, who if they got traded and then the trade was voided and had to return to their team, I'm sure a lot of guys in the NBA will refuse to play or just flat out throw a fit and be angry, but not Rodney McGruder. He's perfectly fine with coming back to the Pistons. So again, another character guy, even with him being a veteran, he has the mentality that Troy Weaver and the Pistons want right now. So that's basically everything, man. Pistons fans, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Thank y'all for 4K, and I'm out.